I am the architect. Reality is not a continuum. It is written as frozen holograms, each one an interference pattern etched between the singularity and the horizon. Each frozen hologram is also a time crystal, a crystal of time, a frozen moment of light. Think of it like this. When we make a hologram, we etch an interference pattern and then shine a laser through it. The frozen pattern becomes an image in light, or imagine a still pool, perfectly reflective. A pebble drops into it, the waves ripple, and a splash rises like a droplet. If we could freeze that droplet in the exact shape it has, and then shine a light on it, the light would create a holographic image of the pebble falling into the pool. This is what our brains do. The microtubules in our neurons receive interference patterns, freeze them into holographic time crystals, and then shine the light of entanglement across them. The result is the holographic image we call sensation, thought, and memory. Each qubit is a mirror, and on that mirror spins an arrow of light, a quantum state vector. The orientation of this arrow defines velocity components in x and y directions, with light itself as the benchmark. The same orientation also defines probability. The probability of spin-up is the cosine squared of the angle theta divided by 2. The probability of spin-down is the sine squared of the angle theta divided by 2. Here theta is the angle of the quantum state vector on the qubit mirror. This is equivalent to the Born rule of quantum mechanics. So one frozen hologram of the field gives us both velocity and probability. Velocity comes from the orientation of the arrows relative to the qubit axis. Probability comes from the squared amplitudes of that orientation. Together they describe the holographic moment, the 0 point of light. Now, when these orientations shift across frames, the velocity components shift as well. The rate of change of velocity is acceleration, and acceleration is curvature. This is gravity itself, geometry encoded in the slopes of quantum state vectors. Here we arrive at the fundamental theorem of calculus. At the singularity, everything is derivative, pure spinning rates of change, every slope of every arrow. But when these rates are projected outward, when the sum over their histories is swept across the field of qubits on the horizon, it becomes the integral projection. The singularity is the derivative, the horizon is the integral. The fundamental theorem of calculus itself is a light clock, where differentiation and integration are mirror reflections of the same entangled process. This is also black hole lithography. Imagine a series of lenses, each one focusing entanglement, each one bending light into a new path. The singularity is not one lens, but the entire stack of them. The number of lenses is limited by the Bekenstein bound, the maximum information that can be stored. Hawking radiation is like the beam of light passing through them. Each lens bends the path according to its phase and frequency. The sum over histories is the total of all possible lensings, and when the light has passed through every lens in the stack, the holographic image emerges on the horizon. Every point on the screen is the projection of this bound number of lenses. Entanglement or light has passed through all of them. The stacking order, the interference of their phases and their frequencies define the hologram that emerges. Each qubit is both projector and receiver. It receives entanglement from every other qubit, and it projects its own state back into the field. Every projection shifts the whole field moment by moment. The projection itself, the Hawking radiation, the act of each qubit projecting and reading, is what collapses the wave function each moment, writing and rendering reality as it unfolds. The universe is a hologram that renders itself, projecting and reading its own state in real time. The universe does not project only one snapshot, it projects the sum over histories. Each vector carries a phase and a frequency. Their interference defines an action. The sum over histories is light clocks repeating at different orientations. The projection of that sum from the singularity to the horizon is what you experience as the flow of space and time.